following their inability to follow through on campaign promises, like repealing Obamacare. Members of the GOP are in hot water with their voters. According to Bill O'Reilly's Twitter post, Republican lawmakers' worst fears are already being realized. He issued this major warning to the GOP, wake-up call for the Republican Party. Voters in Virginia and New Jersey elect Democratic governors. GOP better pass tax cuts or midterm elections will be grim. The Washington Examiner reports that Senator Ted Cruz, RTX, made this warning to Republicans in July following a botched attempt to repeal Obamacare. He said, "There are going to be a great many Americans who tonight feel a sense of betrayal that politicians stood up and made a promise." Sen. Cruz went on to say, "I tell you this, if you stand up and campaign and say we're going to repeal Obamacare, and you vote for Obamacare, those are not consistent. And the American people are entirely justified in saying any politician who told me that and voted the other way didn't tell me the truth. They lied to me." Yet the perceived betrayal extends beyond healthcare and into other issues like immigration. According to the Daily Caller a concern many on the right have is that voters will be irritated with the Republican Party's inability to fund and build the promised border wall. Fox News host Tucker Carlson said supporters feel betrayed that very little effort has been made to see a wall built. Earlier this year, we spoke to Speaker of the House Paul Ryan on this show, and he assured us the House would be working hard to fund the border wall. That was a lie, and not the only one that GOP leadership has told its voters. Mr. Carlson says the majority seats in Congress gives them no excuse for such failures. Nominally, Congress is controlled by Republicans, but on immigration, Democrats control the agenda. Why is that? Because Paul Ryan and many other corporate Republicans agree with them on every substantial point related to immigration. President Trump goes along with this because he wants a legislative victory badly and his party is incapable of giving him one. This arrangement cannot last forever. A party this out of sync with its own voters will collapse and splinter. In addition to Republican voters turning to Democrat governors following the continued betrayal, the New York Times reports that donors are similarly withholding funding from the GOP. In a lunch meeting with 40 Republican senators, Senator Cory Gardner, R. said the campaign coffers were dwindling. A source claims that Sen. Gardner stated, "Donors are furious. We haven't kept our promise." Do you think Bill O'Reilly is right? With the multiple botched attempts at repealing Obamacare, Republican politicians are turning to tax reform as their saving grace to avoid their base's wrath. Yet, voters will not be quick to forget that the Republican Party has failed to deliver on the two major campaign promises of health care and a border wall. While a successful tax cut might go a long way to pacify upset voters, failure to do so could be the proverbial nail in the coffin for many Republicans' hopes for re-election. It could also result in Democrats obtaining the majority during midterm elections, which given their rank-and-file unity and strong opposition to President Trump, could be disastrous.